What's up everyone, it's Kovarks here, back on the Kovarks Sports channel, and today we are going to be giving you our 2022 predictions for the USC Trojans and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. We're coming up on the college football season. In fact, my predictions are going to spill over into the week between week 0 and week 1. Of course, not much will change in week 0 as for my playoff predictions and stuff, but we are getting down to crunch time, so I'm going to start combining these videos and having two teams in one video. Starting off today, we have USC, the Trojans. This team is going to be completely different. They fired Clay Helton. They have Lincoln Riley in there now. The offense is completely transformed. They've got players like Mario Williams, Jordan Addison, Travis Dye at running back, and then of course the key to the offense, Caleb Williams at quarterback. Lincoln Riley came from Oklahoma. You know, there's the whole controversy about that and everything, but he's there at USC now, and they're looking to win some football games this year. They want to turn around the program in year one. The defense, though, isn't that strong. They've got Alex Grinch as defensive coordinator. Of course, OU fans didn't really like him when he was at Oklahoma, so we'll see how that transitions. They're going to have a super explosive offense, but the defense may hold them back from being something like a playoff team. Also, it's just a completely different scheme, so I think the people saying they're going to go 9-3, 10-2, I think that's a bit too optimistic. So let's go ahead and get into the schedule. They start things off at home against Rice. That should be an easy game. I don't see any issues there. Then they play Stanford on the road. Stanford's had their number the past few years. It's the first road game, the first test in this new era at USC. Stanford, they bring back a lot. They weren't great last year, but they showed signs of, being potentially improving. Of course, they beat Oregon in that upset last year. I think there's enough there. Just, it's early in the season. I think Stanford pulls off an upset and knocks down USC. I think they do beat Fresno State, a good group of 5 team. But are they good enough to go and win at the Coliseum? I don't think so. So USC starts 2-1. Then they've got Oregon State. It's a tough place to play for Pac-12 standards, and Oregon State, they're getting better. I think they have a big win in them this year. I think once again we see an upset, and USC starts off the season 2-2. Not a great start at all, but you've got Arizona State and Washington State. Those two teams are a bit weaker. I think they start to get the ball rolling. Both of them are at home, especially with Arizona State. They've had, their controversies and the NCAA investigation. I think USC wins both of those. It improves to 4-2 after that Oregon State loss. Then they've got Utah on the road. This is a really tough one for them. Utah, they're going to be a super physical, super good team this year, a playoff contender. It's on the road. I don't really see any way USC is going to be able to pull this one off. So I got to go with the Utes in this one. I think they take one from the Trojans, and they fall to 4-3. It's not looking great, but you get a bye week at a good time. You're just over 500, and I think this is where they start to turn it around. You've got Arizona on the road, then California and Colorado. Arizona, I know it's on the road, but you just had that bye week, so that kind of, balances that out. In Arizona, they're not a great team. They are improving. I think they'll be better, but USC is the better team, and I think they'll win that one. California and Colorado, also not great teams, and they're at home. That Colorado game is on a Friday night, but I think they're able to win at the Coliseum, and so they start to get the ball rolling. They're at 7-3. Now they've got these final 2 games at UCLA and Notre Dame. These are 2 big rivalry games. I think now that we're deeper into the season, everyone's bought in. I think they're able to get a big win. I don't know if they're going to be able to beat both of these teams. They're 2 rivals. So I'm going to say they split them. I think they get the big win against Notre Dame. It's at home, and that'll be likely a top 25 win for them. Maybe even a top 15 win. UCLA, they've got Dorian Thompson-Robinson. They're also a really good team. That one's on the road. And like I said, I think they'll split them. So I've got USC going 8-4, a big improvement. They went 8-9 the past 2 years, so matching their win total for the past 2 years there. Next up, we have the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. This team is under a brand new coaching staff. with Marcus Freeman, but it's still a very similar coaching staff. Marcus Freeman was there before, so I don't think it's going to be that different. They've got Tyler Buchner at quarterback. He should be pretty good. The defense is always good. I think this team will be solid, but they do lose a lot of key guys like Kyle Hamilton, Kyron Williams, and Jack Cohn. So it'll be interesting to see how they're able to replenish. It's Notre Dame. We know they always come back. They always succeed. So looking at the schedule here, they start off with Ohio State on the road. This is going to be a fun one. I believe game day is going there. I'm super excited for this game. But Ohio State, that offense is way too explosive, I think, for Notre Dame. It'll be close for a half, maybe 3/4, but Ohio State pulls away, especially playing at home. Marcus Freeman's first regular season game there. I think they dropped that one, but they should be able to beat Marshall pretty easily, and then as well as California. We just talked about them. I don't think they're going to be all that good, and Notre Dame is playing at home. Then you've got North Carolina. They don't have Sam Howell anymore. They were a disappointment last year. I know it's on the road, but you've got those 2 wins. You're not looking forward to anything because you got that bye week. I think they're able to win that one, and maybe close, maybe a scare, but I think Notre Dame's able to take that one and get a road win. So now they're 3-1 on the year. They get that bye week before BYU. Here's the thing about that. BYU, they return a lot from last year. It's not a road game, but it's on a neutral site in Las Vegas that's closer to BYU than Notre Dame. I think that slight home field advantage for BYU is kind of equalized by that bye week and the fact that Notre Dame's fans do travel really well. So I think this is kind of a coin flip game. I'm gonna go with BYU though, because of everything they're returning. I think they're able to get a big win this year, and I think that's a perfect time for it. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish drop to 3-2, but we've got Stanford. I know I said they're getting better, and I think they'll beat USC. But do they beat 2 teams, 2 big teams? I don't think so, especially because Notre Dame's going to be hungry for a win after that BYU loss. It's at home. I think they take that one, and then UNLV should also be an easy win. Then they've got Syracuse on the road. Syracuse is going to be an alright team, and it's right before Clemson, so maybe looking ahead, it's also on the road. I think it'll be a scare. It may be, at halftime, it may be kind of close, but I think Notre Dame pulls away. They're the much better team, and I think they're rolling at this point. Got it figured out. They get a win there, and then they play Clemson. Clemson, they're going to be improved this year. I think the offense will be figured out. They always have a really good defense, but they're playing at Notre Dame. And I think after the loss to BYU and Ohio State, I think this is where Marcus Freeman gets his big head coaching win in his first season. Of course, they lost to Oklahoma State in the bowl game too. I think they're able to take that one at home, and they improve to 7-2. His final 3 games, you've got Navy and Baltimore. I know it's a rivalry game at a neutral site. Navy's not going to be that good, so Notre Dame should win that one. Boston College, it's at home. They're going to be an alright team, but I still like the Irish in that one. And then USC, we just talked about that one. I think they end the season with a loss. I just think that USC at home is going to be able to get their big win, just like Notre Dame with Clemson. So I have the Fighting Irish at 9-3. I have USC at 8-4. Let me know what you guys think about these 2 teams. Do you agree with my records? If not, tell me what you have instead and who you have each of these 2 teams listen to. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe as we continue our college football predictions as we approach the beginning of the college football season. I want to thank you all once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.